All right, this is Diana. I'm one of the operations managers here at Prepared Montessori Institute, and I am here today with
Letty Rising, who is an elementary trainer at the Prepared Montessori Institute.
Awesome. I have been able to help out with setting up the elementary diploma course applications and whatnot last year, and then now again this year. And I've really come to discover some unique differences between elementary versus, for example, the early childhood diploma courses. So today I wanted to talk to Letty about what makes the training special. Letty, what makes the training
I
special?
Okay, gosh, there's so much to say about it. So our training is special in many ways, and it is, well, I guess there's certain things about it that are unique to just us, and some things are, other training centers are doing a little bit of, but we're kind of doing a little bit of all of it. So I mean, first of all, we are comprised of a variety of seasoned Montessori educators. And we have people who've had lots of different experiences. Like I've been an elementary teacher, but I've also been a head of school. One of my colleagues, Margaret Whitley, was also a head of school. So we have trainers who have experience in lots of different aspects of Montessori and not just been a teacher or a trainer. So we value the experience that many people have. Also, we apply Montessori principles effectively to the way that adults learn. And so we take the latest understanding of adult learning based upon current research, and we are making sure that we are creating a program that the students will not only walk away with a diploma, but a real strong understanding of what we are trying to do and a real strong understanding of all of the lessons as well as the theory and philosophy behind Montessori. And our training program also isn't stagnant. It's continually being revised and fine-tuned. I kind of think about it like being like Maria Montessori experimented with lots of materials and practices in the classroom. And we are modeling her scientific observation in the training program by continuing to innovate and be responsive to the adult learners in the environment and see what works, what doesn't work. And we just continue expanding on the things that work. So those are a few things. I have so much more to say, though. I don't know if you have any questions about anything I've said or comments, Diana, because I can just keep going.
Well, I guess, what do you specifically mean about the actual having a real strong understanding of what to do? You mentioned it, and I have a sense of the background, I guess you could say, the learning platform, things like that. So I don't want to get too assumptuous, I guess, of what that could be. Could you tell a little bit more about what the diploma course, the elementary diploma course, really looks like when you're in it?
Absolutely. I was going to jump into that, and you're taking me there right now. And so our program looks a little different than the program that I took when I took my training, but way back when, which was, historically with Montessori training, people had to move to wherever the training was, or sometimes it was happening in summertime, so they'd have to temporarily relocate.
I didn't know that until I started working here, that people had to do that.
Oh my goodness, yes. I actually moved twice to different places to take my Montessori training. And there was I wasn't able to do that as early as I wanted to in my life because I was a single parent. I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have a lot of resources. So I wasn't able to fully jump into Montessori training as soon as I would have liked. And now, though, with the Prepared Montessorian Institute, or also known as PMI, we are able to offer a program where people can join in from all over the place. We have people from all across the country in all the different time zones, anywhere from California to New York and everything in between. And not only that, we also have people joining our programs from other countries such as Vietnam, Uganda, Ecuador. Now, it is quite a bit of a time difference for those people, and it makes it not quite as easy, but we do have people who just don't have any Montessori training, and they are where they live, and they're making it happen. So we are able to offer this incredible amount of accessibility that just hasn't been available in the past, which means that we are also able to have people from, we have a diversity of people in terms of geography, in terms of background, in terms of what kinds of schools they're working at, because our training program doesn't just serve guidepost schools. We have people who come from public schools, private schools, charter schools, the homeschooling environment, and we even have people who are just interested in taking training who are not going to end up being working at a school. So anyway, back to sort of the structure of things is that, we are online. Basically, we meet once every other week for about an hour and a half, and once a month on Saturdays for some guided practice. And then we have a 2-week summer intensive, one summer, which is summer 1. And then the second summer, we have another 2-week intensive. Now, those have been all online the past couple of years because of COVID. However, that part, that in residency component, is on site. And right now that is based in Southern California. And so, that is a little bit of a commitment there, but it's far less traveling and financial commitment than training centers have been able to do in the past.
Which actually, for this particular cohort coming up in July, the in-residency this summer will still be virtual.
Yep.
But then like 99% next year in residency will be in person. So joining at least this year has a little bit of that flexibility, likely cost savings.
Oh, yeah.
See this summer.
Absolutely. I mean, we do miss having people live because there's something really amazing about that. But what an amazing opportunity that we have people who are able to join the program this year and do this 2 weeks in residency online.
Right.
And, but you also need to have, some access to Montessori materials when you're in this program. Right. So there needs to be a school nearby where you can borrow their materials, or you're working in a school, or we also have a kit that we can send to people that is a pretty affordable kit that they can, use for, material practice. So anyway, we have our 1.5 hour every other week, and we do not go in lecture format. We don't just talk at you. Again, a lot of training programs in the past, particularly, had a lecture format where the lecturer speaks and you just write down everything they say. We have sort of a flipped classroom model where everybody watches the videos of each lesson. We have a video of every single lesson. And that means you can watch it over and over again. Now, when I was in training, if I was sick for a day, or if I was not paying attention in a certain lesson, you snooze, you lose, so to speak. And you weren't able to catch up unless you talked to one of your colleagues and said, hey, can you show this to me? Or if you caught your trainer during the guided practice. But in this training, they have the opportunity to watch it over and over again. And then in our cohort meetings, we talk through the lessons, and sometimes we'll watch something once or twice and really dig deep into it and have discussions. It's a seminar format, so it's very lively, interesting, and impactful discussions that we have. And then the cohort members are also videoing themselves doing these lessons. And that is a huge difference. That's something that makes us special that I don't know any other training does, is that we ask you to video a couple of lessons every couple of weeks. And then we, the trainers, will assess the videos and we give feedback. And it helps people actually really develop their skills for teaching and facilitating and guiding even faster, I think, than they would normally otherwise.
So let me actually, from knowing from the operation side, like your schedule and everything. So it sounds like, you do this 2-week intensive and you kind of get a good foundation for things to start off. Then you go into a regular routine, not too much. It's like an hour and a half, like you said, every Saturday. So like every week or 2 weeks, you have a class that you're really preparing for, And
Mhm.
you go into the class, more discussion, more, asking your questions, getting feedback, all of that. Because
Mhm.
in between, it sounds like you're preparing, there's some assignments, reading, watching, but also practicing with
Mhm.
the material. So it's kind of like this constant learning loop that's happening,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. And, you know, so they're writing presentation cards during their independent work time. They're watching videos, they're filming videos. And then we ask them to, we recommend that they find a practice partner or a study buddy and that they work with people. And you know what is really special about this is that I never would have imagined that people would get so close to each other in an online format,
Mhm.
but you can get really close and get to know people very well, especially over the course of 2 years. And so you're kind of developing lifelong friendships when you're in this program. So
Oh,
I
that's
know I
so
have friends from my training. In fact, a couple of them work at Guidepost right now.
okay.
And and it's great that people will graduate this training and they will have each other to lean on and rely
Mhm.
on and talk to when they're in the trenches. And it's a beautiful aspect of our training as well.
Oh, so the community aspect of our training is another special part. So I think we can definitely keep talking for a long time, but let's just wrap it up today.
Yes.
And we'll jump more into the elementary diploma course next time. It's so good to see you, Letty.
Thank you, Diana. Thanks for having me. And I look forward to the next time we get to chat.
Awesome. Take care.